Welcome back to A Minute with Chelsea, and I hope you know what this means. This is a hiking vlog, my favorite kind. I woke up, I had breakfast, I had egg bites and toast, and then I got in my car and I drove to Shelby's house to pick her up. We were driving up to the Ozark St. Francis National Forest, and on the way there I saw a dog that looked hungry at the Dollar General, and this happened. Shelby was like, "Why didn't you buy it dog food?" And I was like, "That never occurred to me. I just thought it needed some meat." And it did eat the meat, so good job, me, and I hope it's okay. We got to one of my favorite trails. Oh God, the water is perfect. The moss is perfect. Everything about it is perfect. I love this place. We are hiking to Fuzzy Butt Waterfall, and the water is high and it looks amazing. This is my favorite place on the planet. This place right here. I want to be buried here. I want to be set off into the river like Boromir. Shelby was laying down to get some shots of the water and get some ASMR clips, she said, but I didn't hear that. And so I laid down next to her and became immediately loud and annoying. That is just who I am as a person. So here's my shot of the water. I just can't believe how high this water is. And then I started doing weird things with my body because it feels good, like planking and screaming and downward dog and child's pose and cobra. Pretty much anything I can do outside makes me feel happy, and I don't care what it is, especially if it's things like body stuff. Like I like to do hopping and jumping and running and stretching and whatever the hell you want to call this, butt to butt. If any of you would like to join us on one of these ridiculous, stupid hikes, I still have 5 spots left for our Costa Rica trip in December, and all of the information, including the itinerary and the price and the dates, is in my bio. The last time we hiked this trail, this wasn't even water. We just walked through the riverbed because it was just a dry, dusty old riverbed. Also, my backpack was so heavy this day because I brought way too much shit that I felt like I had no balance at all. Also, I would just like to say that something that makes my balance shittier is all the loose skin on my legs and on my butt, because when I'm walking and it's moving, it's like carrying a wet mattress on my body. So trying to stay like upright is not ever easy for me because my legs are just like shifting weight all the time. I cannot wait to have skin removal surgery. I know I keep talking about it, but I'm obsessed with it right now because I'm miserable. But somehow I made it across this creek with completely dry feet, only to get to this area, which is usually not even full of water, because the waterfall was waterfalling so hard. And I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna walk through the river. I love this feeling anyway. My shoes are from Ultra Running. They are Lone Peaks, and they are my favorite hiking shoes of all time. This is me having a wonderful time because of the waterfall, going yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're interested in hearing any of the actual audio behind this hike, you can go to a couple videos before this and watch the actual audio. But this is just the vlog. This is called Fuzzy Butt Waterfall. It's in the Richland Creek Wilderness area, which is in the Ozark National Forest. If you're ever in Arkansas, it's a great hike. It's only about a half a mile in and a half a mile out. It's beautiful in the spring, especially when it's this full. And you can swim here if you really want. It's not deep, but I mean, it's fun to jump in the water and get in there. It's very cold though, because it's coming off of a waterfall. I just stood underneath it and got my hair completely wet, and then Shelby was gonna take pictures of me to be cute, but this is what happened instead. And I prefer it that way. I think you do too, because every time I post a really feral, chaotic thing, everyone's like, more, more, more. We finally got done with the hike and set up our hammocks, only to find a tampon, and we were like, gross. Not that tampons are gross, but leaving yours in the forest is gross. But we are just hammocking by the car. My hammock and Shelby's hammock are both double nests from Eno Hammocks. The print for mine is no longer a print you can get, it's a limited edition. But if you're interested, there is a link in my bio for those because I do work with Eno. I also have a discount for the rumple blanket that I use in my hammock, which is also linked in my bio. My backpack, my shirt, my pants, the rest of my outfit is from Columbia. We usually try to park here, like where we're parked right now, because it's right across the street from the trailhead, and when you're done with your hike, you can take all your crap, throw it in the car, and then get your hammock out of the car and hang it up by the river, because the trailhead is right next to a river. And it makes for a really non-stressful hammock time because you don't have to hike anywhere whenever you're done. You just throw that shit all in the car and then you go. Before we left, we filmed a TikTok, which is already posted. If you want to see it, it's called Our Stinky Dance. And the audio is also posted under the audio hike. And as we were filming this part, a bunch of people drove by and saw us slapping our own butt cheeks. And here's where everything went downhill. I drove past this and yelled, "She's so fat!" Not realizing a new mom was down there and probably heard me yell, "She's so fat," right at her. If you heard that, lady, I don't know, I'm so sorry. That was about the waterfall and not about you. Also, this right here is normally something I drive really slow through, but Shelby was having the most fun ever every time I drove through it, to the point that I literally turned around twice so we could do it again. Every time I did it harder and worse, and Shelby screamed every time. And then we saw some deer. This was probably the 10th deer we saw that day, but the only one we caught on camera, because every time I get my camera out, it either malfunctions or the deer is gone. Then we stopped at Dollar General on the way home because Shelby had to pee and I had to shit. So thank you, Dollar General, for your hospitality. I ran my car through the car wash on the way home, and then I stopped at Cane's and we got some chicken because tonight we're playing bingo. I don't know if you've been here long enough to remember remember whenever we used to play bingo all the time, but my group chat with Sarah and Shelby is called the Bingo Bitches because we used to play this constantly. Every Friday night we played. And now there's a bingo hall in Conway, so we decided to check it out and see how it went. It's so nice not to have to drive an hour away to play bingo, and it was really fun, and Shelby won $100. I won a free bingo pack for next time, so I don't have to pay for next time. After bingo, I came home and took a shower because I never showered after my hike, so yuck. Then I did my Babe Lash, which is also linked in my bio, and I watched Modern Family.